how you're going to use Glogster. So the first thing you'll do is after you get an account, you'll click on the button that tells you or tells the service that you want to create a new glog. You notice up at the top it automatically gives it a name, and you'll probably want to change that. And so I'm going to call it David Weaver's, how about second weekly. And so you know that if you are pursuing a C, that you need a textual description of what you did, what you learned from what you did, and what questions you have about what you did, or what connections you made to things you already knew. So just as we talked about in class, being metacognitive, just thinking about your thinking a bit. So anyways, if you're going for a B, then you would do a pod or a vodcast, and if you are going to do that, you're going to need something like, if you want to just do a podcast, create an MP3 of your voice. There are a variety of free pieces of software out there that allow you to do that. My favorite is Audacity, and so it's free, and it takes a little bit to set stuff up, but you can do all sorts of things with it, as you might see here shortly. And if you're pursuing an A, it needs to be multimedia, and when I say multimedia, that means there should be some sound, some visual, and some text. So I'm going to operate under the assumption that that's what we're doing. Pursuing an A, I'm going to get rid of the stuff that is here already and just start fresh. And so I'm going to go ahead and put in image, and so to do that, what I need to be able to do is upload images. And so I did have something, I thought that was right there. There it is. And so there's an image that I'm uploading, and I'm going to upload another image. And so I'm going to choose this image, and I can add a frame if I wish to, and I get all kinds of different choices. And you see there's 14 different pages, and I could choose some sort of I don't know which one. I just retro good. And so go ahead and use that. And so Shazang, there it is. And so I'll go ahead and I'll add a frame to this. That looks good, sure. So we'll have Einstein replacing some of the students that didn't make it in the class or chose to not continue with the class. Text is something that you can choose, again, what sort of framing you want, and you're welcome to choose whichever kind you want. And so let me get that out of the way. And so I'm going to go ahead and put some information in here. This is for PHY, let's just say it was the 111 Monday class, and it could be the 111 Tuesday class or the 112 Thursday class, but make it fit your needs. And so having said that, I am going to stop the recording for a moment since I'm near the end of the screencast here, and I'll pick back up. So if I am using this as a for the weekly, because when it comes time to do the technical document that you have some other things you might want to do, but I've just titled this with what the course is, and then I somehow just got rid of everything. No, I've scrolled down. Okay, and I want to go ahead and I said this is weekly too, and so that would be for the week of August 30th through September, what would it end up being, about the 5th, something like that. You get it. So that way I have a title and the dates that are on there. You notice the little slide bar came up here, and this is going to become critical later on when I paste in things that are bigger. There are all kinds of effects, colors, links. If you wanted to add a link to take it somewhere else, you can do that. Click OK for the moment, and I am going to see if I can't, because you see how I can it whatever direction I want to. You can also make it bigger, smaller, those sorts of things. So that's some Coolio stuff, but I'm not seeing. Well, anyways, I've got a title there. I am going to go ahead and insert a video, and so I can upload a video, and that would be a silly one to upload because that's the Glogster one I just did. I thought I had another one in there that I was going to use, but it's busy thinking about that right now. And while it's thinking, I'll see. I must have put it somewhere else. But anyways, you saw how I did it. I just selected it, and it's going to be uploading it. And then once it's ready, you can add a player and use it, and so people can play the video. So if you have any video that you want to do, if you went to Animoto, you could use Animoto to upload the Animoto to YouTube, and then play a YouTube from within here, because if you choose link, that gives you the chance to go ahead and put in the YouTube connection. So that's pretty cool. So you can do all that happy stuff. It still looks like it's transferring data, so we'll let that go. If you want to put in more text that, I don't know about flower power, I'm going to go ahead and use this, and let me get it out of the way. And see if I can scroll down just a wee bit, and then I'm going to make this bigger. It'll only go a little bit, and I can go to other applications where I have text, like just say I wrote some text up here. This is all familiar to you because you read this and just copied it, and I'm going to go back to Glogster and I'll paste it. And so that allows people to go ahead and scroll through everything that you have here. And then the last thing that I want to do, if I have enough time, is to get some sound in here. But it might be another one of those that I should have already uploaded it so you had the chance to see it. Aha. And looks like I'm going to run out of time, so guess I won't. Looking, I moved things around a little bit and reformatted a little bit and made sure that I had video and sound files uploaded. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab a video. And so one of them that I uploaded was from one of the classes. And you can choose what sort of player you want the video to be played within. And again, you can choose all manner of them, that there are pages and pages. And so 7's a lucky number, right? So on page 7, how about that one? So I'll go ahead and use that. And so here is a video. And then what I like to do with songs that I like, that they're, pieces of it that I think are really good, and Red Hot Chili Peppers' Danny California off of Stadium Arcadium, the guitar riff at the end I think is really quite wonderful. So what I'm going to do is I am going to add a player. Oh, that's a spiffy one. Go ahead and use that. And I'll move it to up there. And some students in the past have made the mistake of having it so that it automatically starts playing when the page opens, which if you end up embedding these on your weeklies page, it would end up, all of them would start trying to play at once ultimately. So it's much better to give your user control. So if you want to see what it's going to look like, so in the preview mode, I can come through here and I can click on music. I like that. You can try out the movie to see what it looks like, and of course you can expand it to full screen and go back. And of course there's the scroll bar as we've shown before, so if you have a longer document that it can be in there, and I had this graphic. So there's so much more you can do with this, and I encourage you to play around with it. Some folks like to end up putting a background wall to it. Just have to be careful that it doesn't get too busy. You don't want things to clash too much, but you're welcome to do that. And so I hope this gives you enough of a leg up so that you can, for your second weekly, use Glogster for it and create a glog. Let me get rid of this, and I'm going to go ahead and save my glog. And since I had named it, it gets popped up there. I usually will click school, and you can put tags in if you want people to be able to search it. You can make it either public or private. There's nothing I do that I make private because I'm not a private kind of person, but the challenge with making things private is sometimes you can't very easily allow other people to see it. And so there is embed code right here, and so it's copied, and there's a link, so if you wanted to put a link in, you could do that, or you could embed it. And you might want to try both of those, because sometimes the embeds of Glogsters don't allow for full viewing. It's just in a kind of a mini window, and so it makes text boxes that are within the glogs really, really small. So I'll experiment with that as well. But this is Glogster. I hope you have fun using it, and that's it for now.